What up, guys? Steve, aka Forced to Wreck With, back at it again with episode number 5. This is my most recent toy thrift haul from my friendly neighborhood Goodwills. This episode, guys, has it all. It has all the 5 nerd groups, 5 major nerd groups. We got action figures, we've got board games, we got DVDs, we got video game accessories, and we got the granddaddy of them all, comic books. Without further ado, guys, let's get to it. Alright, guys, first Teen Titans Go Titans Tower. I picked this one up for $2.99. It comes with everything you see here. It comes with the Titans Tower play set. It does open up. Came with some accessories. This was like a jail cell. The top of it, kind of like your normal kind of play set. Almost kind of reminds me of kind of like a Barbie Playhouse type situation. Does have sound effects, lights up. It's got a little rocket launcher. The action figures that came with this one, we had Trigun, a little Beast Boy. Looks like he was just turned into a little pig. We had Cyborg, and we had a Robin. This little set is kind of cool. I mean, obviously it looks like it's for probably 6 to 10 year old. I was a big fan of the original Teen Titans Go. I'm not too heavy on the current version. Definitely too kiddie for me. I really dug the early 2000 cartoon. Watched all those. Was really impressed with how much it was kid-oriented, but also adult, especially any fans of the 80s version of Teen Titans comic book by Marv Wolfman and George Perez. This series, this series is okay. I mean, I think these are more for the current rendition of that cartoon. Toys are, I mean, not a whole lot. There's not a lot of articulation to these guys. They're just, they're stiff. Like I said, probably just something like a 6 to 10 year old would enjoy. Just your normal, run of the mill play set, but still pretty cool. I couldn't pass it up for two. Actually, my wife found this one for $2.99, and really we just could not pass this one up. It's got some cool decals on the sides, Teen Titans Go logo on this side. Just really cool toy. So other than that, this is a pretty nifty one. This one will probably. I'll probably bypass this one in my collection, but still a really cool toy, and just really couldn't pass this one up in the Goodwill. All right, guys, this one is the video game in the 5 nerd group. This would be the video game department of that of the 5 major nerd groups. These are the Lego Dimensions. If you've watched some of my one of my other episodes, I had Disney Infinity figures, Star Wars. And I mentioned that you will start seeing the Lego Dimensions, you'll see Disney Infinity figures, you'll start seeing these things in Goodwills and yard sales all over the place. And not too long after that, I actually just found these. This one is Lego Batman movie, Excalibur Batman with Bionic Steed. This one is still unopened. Bought this one for $3.99. This one is the Ghostbusters Lego Dimension. I picked this one up for $3.99. This one was open. And what was interesting is that I really wanted the Ghostbuster accessories in this one, but I got a little bit more than what I paid for in this one. This one was loaded with little pieces, as you guys can see. But this one didn't just have the Ghostbusters accessories. It had a Gandalf figure. It had Batman. It had, sorry, I do not know her name, but she was from the Lego movie. She was in this. A lot of other little pieces. It had the Warlord from the Lego movie. He was also in it. And then it also had, which was what I really wanted, was Peter Venkman Lego, and all these other pieces that went along with it. It's got their little platforms and everything. Just a really overall cool Lego set. Again, paid $3.99, and honestly, I would have paid $3.99 probably just for the Peter Venkman and some of the other pieces. I did not get Ecto 1 or the Ghost Trap unless it's in pieces. The Ghost Trap actually might be in pieces, guys, but there's definitely no Ecto 1. A little disappointed in that, but again, for $3.99 to get these little Lego pieces, especially the Peter Venkman. We actually have some of the other Lego pieces, and I believe we already had these three. So we got this one thrown in, a bunch of Lego pieces, and we got the Peter Venkman for all this for $3.99, and then also the Batman Lego Dimensions Excalibur Batman. So again, I paid $8 for all of it. Like again, at the end of the day, the games may not be the greatest thing in the world, but as you can see, I mean, these are more collectibles. I am a big fan of the Ghostbusters, so I couldn't really pass this one up, especially with all these little Lego pieces. So yeah, this was a no-brainer for me in the collectibles department. So yeah, had to pick these guys up. This one, guys, this goes into my, I ramble on almost in every episode I've done so far, Power Rangers. This is the original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. This was from 1994. This is the Red Ranger. It's a slot car. Goes with some kind of racetrack from '94. Believe in the back, maybe it's a push one, just kind of goes around a little cheap little track. Couldn't pass it up. I found this one at the Goodwill outlet, just kind of sitting in a tub. Picked it up. Thought it was pretty neat. This will probably go to, I'll probably buy or I'm sorry, just sell or trade this to a Power Ranger collector out there. Again, I can't stress anymore about picking up any Power Rangers, especially the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers from the middle 90s. Those stuff are becoming harder and harder to find, especially in good condition, and they're starting to pull in major funds from people trying to collect them. This one's in pretty good condition. The tire on the left side's a little wore out, but other than that, the rest of it's in pretty good condition. It was just a little dirty, but other than that, a pretty cool little toy for any little collector out there. Like I said, it was just something sitting there. I picked it up. I'm pretty big right now on collecting any Mighty Morphin Power Ranger stuff. Like I said, to sell or trade. So yeah, I mean, other than that, really not much more I can say about this guy besides just kind of a cool little knick-knack like toy from the middle 90s Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. These two are the DVDs out of the Nerd Group. I picked these up also at the Goodwill outlet. They were originally priced $2.99 a piece. Our Goodwill outlets are $1.19 a pound, so obviously I did not pay $3 a piece for these, which is the main reason why I picked these up. Usually, if I'd have found these at my normal Goodwills at $2.99, I probably would have passed. These are some of the ones I might pick up half off days, first Saturdays of the month. I just couldn't pass up Young Frankenstein. It's one of my favorite movies, especially as a kid growing up. This is by far one of the funnier movies you can ever see. So if you have not seen this, I would advise picking this up. It's one of Mel Brooks' best films. Gene Wilder, obviously you can't pass up on anything Gene Wilder. Very good movie. I believe this one is in black and white as well as color in this one, special edition. Very good movie. And then this one falls in again. If you saw in my previous videos, I'm big fan of the Batman animated series, as well as Batman Beyond animated series, and this is a twofer. This one is a Batman double feature: Batman and Mr. Freeze Sub-Zero, and Batman Beyond the movie. The movie actually looks like it's just 4 episodes of the original series, so it's not actually the Batman Beyond Return of the Joker, which that would have been even more awesome. But still, probably didn't pay more than probably $1 a piece for these movies, so I really couldn't pass them up. Again, guys, if you haven't seen Young Frankenstein, I would definitely advise just go out. You can pretty much buy this anywhere, and it's probably on, maybe even on Netflix. I know it's been on Netflix in the past, but very good. Batman Beyond, or the Batman animated series, I believe last time I checked was on Hulu. So again, these are, I would definitely highly recommend either one of these. Pick them up DVDs, or like I said, find them on your streaming services. But other than that, let's get to the next one. Alright, this one is the board game Nerd Group. This one is Killer Bunnies in the Quest for the Magic Carrot Remix. This is I bought this $2.99 at the Goodwill. This is a 13 plus adult board game, 2 to 8 players. It says, the description is, it's a mix of favorite cards from the top-selling Killer Bunnies Quest series. Honestly, never heard of this, but once I picked it up and saw that it was an adult-oriented game, I just really couldn't pass it up. What was it? It said, more or less just a card. It's kind of like a card game. Does sound pretty interesting. Let's see, 300 cards handpicked by the creators, filled with hundreds of humorous images featuring dozens of comical spoofs and pop culture references. I did know when I opened it, it looked like whoever owned this game probably didn't even play it, maybe once or twice, if even that. Some of the cards were open. This one hadn't even been opened yet, guys. The other ones have been, so again, I probably didn't even get played much. Probably just somebody just having a party or something played it. Probably one time, that was all they played. Again, kind of like I said, just really something odd and interesting to me. Hopefully we get around to playing it. Maybe not. Maybe this will something, like I said, sell or trade down the line to someone else, a collector or some of the board games. And then again, maybe something we can get around to playing. So other than that, like I said, just grabbed my eye, thought it was pretty cool. So yeah, had to pick it up. Alright guys, this one is a 1986 G.I. Joe Python Patrol Conquest Jet. This one is going to be, as you can see, it's clearly not all there. This one is going to be one where I'm going to restore over time. It came with a lot of the pieces that normally on this particular vehicle in the G.I. Joe universe, normally the pieces are missing. It has all the wheels, missing the missiles, obviously, the cockpit flap is missing, the engine flap is missing, the nose. But other than that, like I said, a lot of the other pieces are there that are normally missing. It's also missing the fins. But again, this one's going to be a restoration project for myself. I originally had the original Conquest G.I. Joe version. I no longer have that one. Never did have the Python Patrol version. So I was pretty happy to pick this one up. Picked this one up for actually $3.99. This falls in that category, like I said in my previous episodes. G.I. Joe is one of the #1 things that I look for in any walk of life that I come across: yard sales, Goodwills, flea markets, eBay, whatever. I'm looking for them and I pick them up if I find them. So again, this was a no-brainer for myself. The decals are still in there. They're still mint. So again, it's just a restoration over time. Very clean. So again, just anything G.I. Joe I can't pass up, and this falls into that category. All right, this one, I was very surprised to find this one actually in the Goodwill. This is Spider-Gwen #1 and issue 1 and 2. I picked these up for 99 cents a piece. These are from I thought from the Marvel Now series, but I'm not too positive on that. But again, Spider-Gwen #1 and 2. I have been wanting to read this series. I've actually not gotten around to picking them up. I know that it became kind of a popular series, so it was kind of hard to pick up. This is probably one I'll pick up as a trade paperback or something in the future. But this will obviously give me a jumping on to see if I really want to read this series or not. Not too familiar with her. I know of her. I actually have a Marvel Legends figure of her. I believe it's Gwen Stacy from an alternate universe, but again, don't quote me on that. I'm not too positive. But again, any kind of comic books they were boarded and bagged in the Goodwill. So again, I couldn't pass them up, especially for 99 cents, and I believe both of them are in mint condition. So again, just something I couldn't pass up. I am very big comic book buff as well, so like I said, this is Nerd Group #5. Can't be a nerd without probably collecting or reading comic books. So again, I couldn't pass these guys up. Alright guys, Nerd Group. This is probably outside of comic books in the Nerd Group, Star Wars. Pretty much I'm not going to go out of any of my videos without hitting Star Wars in some way. This one I was very alarmed. My wife and myself were going through the toy aisle. She actually walked by it. I picked it up, and I was so surprised at how she can miss something like this. It just kind of stood out. I am a very big Boba Fett fan, so when I saw this, I just had to grab it. Had no clue what it was when I first picked it up. But this one is actually a room. It's supposed to be, it goes in your room. It's a sensor. If I can get it to work, guys. Let's see. Of course, I can't get it to work.
It's no good to me, dead.
There we go.
As you wish.
So again, guys, what more
What if
can
he
I?
doesn't survive?
What
It's
more?
worth a lot to me.
What more can I say? It's got original sounds, dialogue from the Empire Strikes Back.
What if he doesn't survive? He's worth a lot to me.
Bad thing about it is it does get old after a while. But other than that, like I said,
It's no good to me, dead.
what more can I say?
As you wish.
I couldn't pass up on him, guys. He was $2.99 at the Goodwill. So
What if he
again,
doesn't survive? He's worth a lot to me.
okay. So again, guys, couldn't pass him up. This is Boba Fett, mint condition,
What if
room
he doesn't survive?
room protector.
He's worth
As
a
you
lot
can
to
see,
me.
he's a scene stealer as well, just like in Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi. Other than that, that's all I can say about Boba Fett. All right, last, guys, is the Jurassic World 2014 Indominus Rex figure. This is a bad toy, guys. I mean, he is bad. She, I don't even know what the dinosaur was in the movie. Gonna be politically correct on that. I do not know. I don't even know if you can consider it because they created it, if it's he or she. I do not know. But I just know it was a badass dinosaur in the movie. It's a badass toy as well. Again, this was the one I picked up in the video you'll see at the beginning. Just grabbed my eye, just saw it laying there and just had to grab it as fast as I could. Wasn't for sure exactly if it was a Jurassic Park, Jurassic World action figure or dinosaur. I did see that it had the JW logo. I know the originals always had to have the JP. That's how you knew that it was real. But as soon as I saw that, looked it right up, off the bat, found out what it was, found out that this is actually one of the highly collectibles from the Jurassic World. Again, if you're not familiar with Jurassic Park, Jurassic World, most, if not all, the dinosaurs from those movies become highly collectible. So basically, if you find the little small ones or you find the big huge ones like this one, pick them up. They're highly collectible, and as you can see, they're just really freaking cool. What kind of stands apart from a lot of the other ones, this one's not a hard plastic all the way through. Some of it is hard plastic and some of it actually is rubber. And what even makes this one cooler is this one has sound effects. It lights up and just has cool sound effects. Pull down the arm and he just roars, makes movie sounds. Again, very, very cool toy. This one was a steal, guys. $2.99 at the Goodwill. Again, I could not really pass this one up. I mean, this is one of those ones that just kind of blows you away once you see it. It's really hard to pass up on. I'm really torn if I want to get rid of this one. This one kind of falls in that same category as my last episode where I had Train Your Dragons. I really do like I like dragons like dinosaurs. Jurassic Park ones I did not collect. I'm starting to find a few more of the toys now. But again, I'm like other collectors. These dinosaurs are really cool. They're really articulated, and when you add in some of the movie sounds and what some of these action figures can do, it is really hard to pass up on these in my collection. I may get rid of this one, I don't know yet. This guy, he may be a lifer as well as some of the other ones, but very cool toy. Kind of hard to pass up on him and some of the other Jurassic Park toys. So again, if you see them, I would advise picking them up. Guys, that's going to be it for this this toy episode haul. If you like what you saw, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, hit that bell, and you'll see my future ones, my future toy hauls. Other than that, I think that's going to be it. Keep out there digging for those toys. I will see you next time. Later.